Today we're going to look at the Nemosine Fission Fountain Pen. It's the most expensive so far that they've produced in their series, and in my opinion the most beautiful. It comes in this very simple box that all of their Nemosine fountain pens come in. Not a lot to look at there. The back is truly interesting. It does tell you the nib size. An actual human being circles that nib size after, I'm assuming they do some quality control. Obviously they put a sticker of what type of pen is inside the box. Tell you about a 3-year warranty where if you send in $5 for shipping and handling, they'll take care of any flow issues you might have. And this is, the box also says the nib is made in Germany, the body of the pen is made in Taiwan, and it was inspected and packaged in the USA. So happy to hear about some jobs created here in the good old US of A. So when I pull it out, you will see this tremendously large and somewhat heavy fountain pen. This is the gunmetal finish, which, wow, it's gorgeous. I don't know if the pen does it, or I'm sorry, if the camera does the pen justice or not, but it's the finish itself. It's a sort of a mirror-like finish, but a little deeper. I really like it. It is a little heavy for my taste, even though I like heavy pens, but it's still comfortable, even with that heaviness or weight. It comes with your standard how-to guide for fountain pens, how to install an ink cartridge, what to do with a converter, how to clean it, all of those sorts of things. And then inside the box I found several standard short, international short ink cartridges and this converter. Any company that makes these standard international short fit cartridges would work. I had some Quaco cartridges sitting around and I tried them in, since I hadn't used any of the fun colors yet, I tried them in a couple of the Nemosine fountain pens and they fit fine and the performance is great. So that's good to know if you're going to be using one of these fountain pens. Now back to the Fission. Again, it's pretty heavy. Pen clip is very flexible. Well, I shouldn't say very. It's a little on the stiff side, but it's pretty flexible. Yeah, again, the finish is gorgeous. It's got 3 rings here, which are actually threads for you to post the cap on the back, so it stays super secure, which I'll show you in a minute. And rounded top and a little bit of a domed end. 2 bands between the cap and the body, so one is on each side. When you unsheathe that gorgeous and gigantic nib that you can see here, it's very much oversized. I like that it's just a beautiful hand, and they give you enough room on the section. A lot of, I guess you could call them cheaper pens, although this is one of the more expensive in the series. It's still cheaper in the total, I guess in the total scope of fountain pens in general. A lot of them will shrink up the space on the section and make it a little bit uncomfortable, but this one has ample space for you to hold it and write. And if you're going to post, you can attach it on the back there with a couple of simple turns. To me, this makes it slightly top heavy, yet still comfortable. I mean, I can write like this, but it is just a little bit heavy that wants to pull back on you. I like that you won't lose the cap, obviously, no matter what, because it's screwed on. Take it apart, you can fit in the cartridge that I just showed you, which is what you can do if you don't like to use these converters. Or I drew ink from a bottle here just so that I could try out some ink. So I want to show you how this pen actually writes. This is the medium nib, just so that you can see. Let me grab a page here in my book. Okay. This is a beautiful writer. I mean, it sat for 3 days. There's still no skips, no hard starting. This is using Kaweco brown ink, so it's pretty standard ink. It's not overpriced or fancy or anything, and it just performs so well. This is definitely the smoothest nib in the series of the Nemosine fountain pens that I've used, and it is a gorgeous writer. So beautiful pen, and also a very smooth as ice writer. Great deal on this pen in terms of price versus value. Really, really love it. But remember, you have to love large fountain pens to want to write with this one. Just to give you some perspective, this is the same brand, 3 different models. This would be the Neutrino, the Fission, and the Singularity. Singularity is also a bigger pen. The Neutrino is a pretty average size fountain pen, along the lines of a Parker Sonnet sort of size. This is definitely a lot bigger and heavier. So if you like big pens, this is a very cost-effective way to get a lot of value and get an excellent and smooth writer. So I'll take a deeper look at this pen on my website at bestfountainpen.com along with some close-up photos, but hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.